So we just released our 2026 design trends blog, video, all that good stuff. And one of the kind of more quirky, smaller trends in here that we've seen are signal graphics. This isn't going to be a long video. There's not a ton to dive into here. It's actually a little bit easier of a style, which is going to be super awesome for some people. But I've got a project with a couple of different Kittl flows open, and we're going to go through them to see how you can kind of create some of these graphics for yourself. So right off the bat, we're feeling super kind of 80s VHS, maybe slightly psychedelic, just different, very low resolution rendering, like if you were going to use Blender, but in 1980, what these shapes would look like, or kind of very old video games, you know, the video games that we would look at the graphics and be like, oh, this is super high resolution, but it actually looked like pretty trash, just because of the technology limitations at the time. And traditionally, if you wanted to make some of these shapes and these graphic elements, you may have to use something like Blender or some sort of 3D rendering tool to kind of make these graphics, but with AI and Kittl flows now, it's a lot more easy to do stuff like this. So as you can see, we have an artboard here that just has some flat shapes. We've added a smartboard to this, and then with a simple prompt, this is actually a very, very good prompt, I will be stealing this and you should as well, is turn these flat shapes into a low-res CGI from 1982 to 1992, which is essentially exactly what this looks like. Shapes that are kind of like that prism, not very many faces of the orb type shapes. They're not super high resolution. And then we've got another smartboard added to this that just tells it to add some shapes. And it does a very, very good job at picking out which shapes are which and assigning the correct colors. So for example, it has paint the spheres bright yellow, which it did correctly. The pyramid bright green, it also did that correctly. And then this torus, I didn't even know that's what that was called. But in this semicircle right here, we've got this to be red. So in a similar fashion, I could very easily come over here and get some of my own shapes going. Let's try to do a couple different ones with the pen tool and really test the limitations of this prompt. So I've drawn that one. I could add one over here from the shapes panel. Let's go with that. And then maybe a simple circle, which if you haven't learned your keyboard commands for using the pen tool or drawing different shapes, please do that. It definitely makes your life a lot easier. It makes your workflow a lot faster. And I'm literally just gonna copy this prompt. So I'm gonna come down to this smartboard, copy, come back up here, paste, and we are going to make sure that this is set to match input, right? So we don't want to have a square artboard and then have it give us a 3:2 aspect ratio rendering. That wouldn't make sense for our context. So make sure that this is set to match input, and we're just going to hit generate, and then we're going to wait.
2 seconds later.
So it's done pretty good. I actually like this. I'm going to be a little bit more specific with my prompt and tell it to kind of add that navy blue background with some shadows from the shapes.
A few moments later.
So it actually did a pretty good job interpreting this sphere with kind of the light casted onto this. That kind of low-res CGI is all in faces. So I'm actually very impressed with how it interpreted this shape right here with the shadows. So what we could do with this is take this over here, remove the background from it, and then use this in our own kind of graphic. I'm going to try something similar as down here where I ask it to assign different colors to these different shapes and see what kind of generation that we get.
12 seconds later.
So again, it did a pretty great job. It assigned the correct colors to these different shapes. And again, I could convert this to an image, remove the background, and then use these graphics in my different designs. So the design style is a little bit more kind of elemental. It's like you're creating elements that you can put into designs rather than it being the entire design style itself. But I do have another flow down here of this cover right here and how this was created. Same kind of thing. Here are the flat shapes, and this prompt is similar. Turn these flat shapes into a low resolution CGI from 1982 to 1992. You might have to play with this prompt. You might have to do a couple generations, right? So it may not be exactly what you want the first time. It's going to be slightly different every time, which is fine. And then we have another smartboard telling it to remove the background from this and then making it blue. And then this has been added to this cover right here, you know, adjust the colors a little bit. And we've even added on top of this a VHS effect. So this is very, very heavily dependent on AI and Kittl flows. But good thing is this is something that you can very easily do in Kittl. And then you can see how this one right here was applied to this poster. And in a lot of these contexts, you're going to see these kind of low resolution digital fonts, which are very, very easy to find. If you just go into the typeface panel and type digital or pixel, you're going to get a bunch of options of these different fonts. If I type in pixel, it's going to give me a little bit more of that kind of screen display feel, and really any of these fonts are going to look pretty good in this context. This is just a bonus example over here. These are kind of pretty wild, a little bit trippy kind of signal graphics here. It's just basically different shapes and colors, but the real thing that sells this style is the gradient as well as the pixel typefaces. And it looks like we've got a little bit of glow on these, and the fact that the text is gray and not white kind of dulls it back a little bit and gives it that vintage kind of VHS low quality feel. Well, that is it for today's video. Not too complicated, just like I said. Go try this out with Kittl Flows. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and like this video if you enjoyed it. It helps us out a ton and pushes out our content to more viewers that love graphic design and anything related to graphic design. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next video.